Greetings everyone, this is me again, Zara Berserk. So here is the topic today on my live stream. Prophet Muhammad allowed to marry his adopted son's ex-wife. But no one can marry his widows even, we are told here in the Quran ayat. Surah Azab. And I'm going to take this also and show you how the law allows someone to, Prophet Muhammad and the Muslims, to marry their adopted sons' ex-wives. But on the other hand, the law is against the pagans who used to use, pagan Arabs who used to use this by law, divorcing the wives, saying that they are their mothers. So a clear contradiction is there. And between Surah Mujadila ayat 2, Surah Azab ayat 4 and 5, against Surah Azab ayat 6. So here we have it, this part. Or to marry, and it is not conceivable or lawful for you to harm the Messenger of Allah, or to marry his wives after him, ever indeed that would be in the sight of Allah an enormity. In the sight of Allah an enormity. Again, he uses Allah to say that it would not be right, it would be terrible. Another thing is that when I've shown you so many contradictions, pointing, helping you to see them, come here again and again to show you, and I cannot fathom, I cannot think why in the world, or even imagine that people would follow lies and stick to them. Right, this is the thing. Oh, so you can't even marry his widows, and although in this other ayat we're told, if you want the wives of Prophet Muhammad, that if you want the life of this world, I will give it to you by divorcing you. If you want the life of this world. So this is not for those people who want to live a comfortable life, not question their religion, just blindly follow Islam or any other religion they want. But especially first, I have to clear my corner and help the Muslims come out of this if they want to, or otherwise, very shocking for me, although it is, that they would stick to lies. So those following me here, I cannot fathom why you would want to do this. Another thing is that the laws of this religion are very stringent, and you could give problems to your don't, if your family members even choose disbelief from belief, then don't show them affection and all this, and don't make them friends if you want the life of this world. Prophet's wives. Oh, so sorry, I'm having some problems here. Oh God, night and day we have this during Ramadan. I'm kind of scared. Oh no. Okay, there are things, prayers going on. O Prophet, say to your wives, if you desire the life of this world and its glitter then come. I will make a provision for you and set you free in a handsome manner. Um, no example is given, real life example, that he did divorce his wives. Even though we're told in Surah Tahrim that his wives made life difficult for him, annoyed him and all this, and yet he didn't divorce them. Showing how great a husband he is. He would have done a great favor if to them to divorce them. The poor Hafsa, Hafsa bint Omar and Aisha bint Abu Bakr. So this is not for you Muslims who want to live a comfortable life. Don't, like, of course not a comfortable life, but a Muslim life, right? And how shall I say this? Remain Muslims and not go for the truth, risking it. I know life is not easy. Everyone has it difficult in their own way. I'm sorry to say that and find that out. But to dare to question everything, to go as far as, hell inside, I mean, spiritually inside, or how shall I say it, even intellectually, to have, to see, question this religion at the risk of losing your life and being killed. So I have some obstacles here, but I chose to come here again and to struggle with this. Let's see if I can explain it to you properly. So, you are given a duty again. In Surah Nisa 82 it is said, right? This is for the disbelievers, everyone. In Surah Nisa 82. To ponder over the Quran and find out if there are contradictions, then it would be from other than Allah, right? So actually I also want to say that I'm not Islamophobic, right? Although I've seen a lot of Shias being killed in all this bomb blast in the Imam Bargar in Pakistan, I'm not an anti-Sunni kind of a person, right? I don't generalize. I have had Sunni friends, and we don't go killing them because we know that they are deviants, and we don't call them kafirs, and we don't call them we just call them a deviant from this religion. But we don't go killing the Sunnis because Umar bin Khattab injured the Prophet's daughter Fatima and all this. So, okay, I'm going to put this on mute a little while, for a little while because there's too much noise outside. Greetings everyone, I'm back. Night and day now in Ramadan. Things, prayers and all on loudspeakers. Oh, this is what I was dreading. And another thing is that I feel so like, already I'm not feeling well. So it's quite, we have to be careful here. I feel like someone's watching me, and during Ramadan, I'm not feeling well. So you can imagine the struggle, the stress when I have to, when I'm not fasting anyways. So, hope you can hear me. Yeah, the sound is, okay. I'm fidgeting with this mobile, start moving it, so it makes a sound. Back to where I was. So Prophet Muhammad marries Zaid, his adopted son's wife, Zainab bin Josh, we are told. Oh, that ayat I have to show you, Surah Azab. I thought people are going to come here be quite helpful, but anyways, no, 37. We gave her to you. After Zaid had completed her want for her, we gave her to you. I mean, this is, please look at this. This is not right. Okay, in Christianity, at least let them be, or even the Jews, let them be. I don't know much about them. I lived with them, they didn't trouble me in my childhood. Christians didn't trouble me. But so only the Muslims troubled us. And all this questioning, between Muslims, Shia, Sunni, this, that, too much. And stringent laws in this. Another thing is this is quite unfair. So when Zaid had no longer any need for her, we married her to you in order that there not be upon the believers any discomfort concerning the wives of their claimed adopted sons when they no longer have need of them. Now look at this. As if this is going to take you. This is going to make it so easy. How easy has it made it for the believers? We sent the Quran for not for thou to be distressed. I mean, this is really, it's going to take you to heaven. If you practice this law, and he has to put it in example. So how many of you Muslims? May think, oh yes, the Muslims may think I'm something like too Islamophobic on this. We have not brought this down for you to be distressed. So how easy has he made it for the believers? Yes, against the Jews have a lot of prayers and all, many names of God also. They have to recite it. I don't know, overheard, I don't know if it's heresy or not. Excuse me. Excuse me. We have not sent down to you the Quran that you be distressed. So we're going to make it so easy for you, but only as a reminder for those who fear Allah. A revelation from He who created the earth and highest heavens. He created it. See, it's from the Creator. And you can never get to the Creator except through these signs. So recognize the signs. Recognize them. Okay. Now, very serious, right? The most merciful who is above the throne, established. Above the throne, yes. To him belongs whatever. So let's see, let's examine some of these verses here now. As I go on, online. Let's see where I get, right? So then we go to, you're saying there's no contradiction between the Quran and its are you still saying that? Following me, are you still saying there's no contradiction between Surah Mujadila 2? I've even uploaded a video And Surah Azab ayat 6. Sound like I'm becoming, Totala or something. It's like, okay, I have this problem. There's some energy inside that's hurting me and making me very anxious. But this will go on. So I'm not the kind of person to give up. I'm in search of truth, God, and all that. So to say that I'm a Shia and I will remain a Shia no matter what is not my cup of tea here. This is not the way. I'm after the truth. And there are other people, I think of them as Christians, Jews, Buddhists, Hindus, Jains, atheists, so all that. And why did God not give guidance to every soul? See, sending messengers, it becomes a problem, right? Now, why can't we, again, I'm going to come here in the light of this, that you see what I mean by the law when I took the law thing and uploaded a video on that. Hope you understand, or am I wrong or are you right? Let's see. There's a contradiction. Whatever you may say about this ayat, those who pronounce zihar among you to separate from their wives, they are not consequently their mothers. So don't practice this law and don't bring the mother term and practice it as a law thing for those who are not your mothers, right? I'm bringing it from another way. It's a little bit difficult, but it's not very controversial. Someone, was Christopher Michoko said that it's very controversial. You see, I realized in my life that a very simple, innocent love relationship, a loving between teacher and student, very innocent relationship, although the Muslims would not agree that this is, because you don't agree in the bonds created by love and, like outside, like towards a stranger or a teacher or someone. But Imam Ali himself has said, those who love, those who train and love, train you, what happens? So I've forgotten the saying of Imam Ali. Those who love and train you, something happens. So they get attached to those who you train, right? Those who pronounce zihar among you to separate from their wives, they are not consequently their mothers. Their mothers are none but those who gave birth to them. Now their mothers are none. So how come, so Allah makes prophets' wives the believers' mothers, right? Out of respect and honor, no. If you look at your tafsirs even though the ayat is there that you're not supposed to marry prophets' wives in same surah, 53 ayat, you see that this also here, where in Surah Azab 6, what does it mean? It means that you are not supposed to marry his widows, his wives, after they become widows of his, right? His widows. And here we're told the mothers are none but those who gave birth to them. Now, also do not practice zihar like this, calling someone your mother when a law is implemented. Divorce happens. You're using this term mother for someone else, like your wives, to pronounce it a divorce. So is this allowed? It is not allowed, right? Meaning what I said. that you're using the term, if you use, if like they did, they used the term mother and a metaphor, metaphorically, to say that, and in law, like it would legally bring into, bring the divorce, right? This is the way. So to use the term mother for someone else who is not your mother and make it legally implement something like it is unlawful for you to marry the Prophet's wives is wrong. I mean, when he divorces them even. Or it is unlawful to marry. No, it is wrong because if you say, if Allah puts here that the Prophet's wives are the believers' mothers. Very easy. Very easy. How could people miss this? Muslims, religious scholars and all, I don't want to, okay, I have to become that, right? So, how easy, a person who saw this and knows there's something wrong here, intuitively, and it took her many, many live streams, videos. So, again I'm saying this, if you want to stick to your Islam, please do that, right? And you want to give your children a hard time, if just dulled in the mind, just shove this into them. Islam, Islam, Islam. Pray 5 times a day, do hijab, this, that. If you're not lenient. No, yeah, if you're not lenient. If you're strict, then you go ahead and do that. But because we, hopefully, freedom in religion and freedom of speech, and I would do my best to make my voice reach people. I have to do my duty, because once I find out this is falsehood, then I have to do my duty. Because it says, when you know the truth, don't keep quiet, and especially if it's false. Something you find out which you believed in has turned out to be false. And it's detrimental to people. So I'm doing my duty here. And I'm going to get a hard time. I know that. I would have been killed. Maybe they think that they've done a favor to me by keeping me alive here. And there are some people who say, no, it's okay. We are very lenient. This and that. But shouldn't kill. That is extremism. And you don't see extremism in the ayats. You don't see, you see extremism in your Sunni sect. You see all this, but you don't see the extremism in the ayats. Who in the world now, this is, whether it's modern times, all times, you see, for all times, I don't know how people were in the old times, old-fashioned, but this is, I don't think they should be strict. I think for all times it should stand this, that against this ayat, these ayats, that you are to deface, obliterate their faces. You don't see it here, like someone, before your faces are obliterated. Sorry, I just, my hand, before you have not, my hand has not set on this, before we obliterate your faces. You remember that ayat? So, This is extremism. And yet here you say it is okay. But that killing of Shias as a Sunni, you say, no, that is not okay. Those are extremists. But where have they learned this extremism from? From some of the Quran ayahs. They've picked up through these kind of Quran ayats. Oh my goodness. You see what the Muslim brother who comes here says, right? Oh, that when I told him, I got angry and I said, what is this? If you, how you go against Shias. But they say they mildly go against Shias, they don't. Now, instead of blaming your Sunni sect extremists, bear with my English, please. Thank you. So this is Surah Nisa ayat 47. Look at this. Now, if I was a genius, what would I do? I would show you succinctly, right? How? Like I showed you. I mean, I'm not a genius, but when I came to a Wahhabi ayat or a Salafi ayat, I showed the Shias. This is confusing. It's confused them. There are one ayat, so don't call on any other than Allah. Then I say, can you blame them? Can you blame the Sunnis? It's this Quran, some of the ayats, even greatest, their muftis, Saudi Arabia and Wahhabis, I mean, have not figured it out as yet. And what has happened? They think Shias are and death penalties and cutting of hands for stealing and lashing people for zina, fornication. So I showed you in the previous, do I sound arrogant? Sorry, I'm just very passionate and hurt. How can people do this? This is not found now. Even though the Jews had, if the Jews were practicing this even now, maybe people would start, maybe, their friends like India and all would say, please stop this now. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. Mosaic law. Right? We would all get up, even I would get up and say, brothers in humanity, please stop this. I would be doing awareness against Jewish Mosaic law here, because human rights violations. I would say it's no, don't do eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. But Jews have changed, reformed there. I don't know. I still haven't done research on that, how they went about doing that. So with due fairness to them, I cannot talk about them right now. I'm so stuck on this and so shocked. Once someone finds out contradictions, errors, then it is your stubbornness if you stick to it, right? Or you want comfort, spiritual, inner comfort, emotional. This gives you emotional comfort. And then you harass others. And then you can't even tolerate. If anyone says against Islam, you feel this is Islamophobic, or Islamophobia, or this is against our religion, disrespect, against Prophet Muhammad, and this and that, against Islam, against our Imams. And this is the way you have been taught to see it this way. Well, there are others who see it differently, like life could have been different. So Surah Nisa ayat 47, O you who were brought the book, believe in what we have been sending down sincerely, what is with you, verifying what is with you, before we obliterate faces, and so turn them upon their backs, literally hind parts, or curse them as we curse the Sabbath men. It doesn't say Sabbath breakers. I don't know what in the Jewish way, how they put the Sabbath breakers, but it says the companions of the Sabbath. This also is some mistake here. I.e., they have to put i.e. the Sabbath breakers. And the command of Allah has to be accomplished. Something like this. I don't know which translation is this. Anyways, let's go in and the command of Allah, decree of Allah, and ever is the matter of Allah accomplished. Now tell me, some Muslims will take this verse and go around killing those, defacing them. Believe. These are dangerous. This is very dangerous. I just cannot explain to you, although as Shias or as moderate Sunnis, Muslims, you would think we don't do this. We are very peaceful people. Oh God. But it happened? And those doing it? No, this is not Islam. They are not Muslims. They are terrorists. You call them extremists or terrorists, right? They are not Muslims. But look. And some of you blame Maulvis, religious scholars. So, now, it's in this, you know how they I wish next time I'll see if I can try to be a genius. And in this condition, that I can't do any other work, eat little, and do this. Come here and do this. Sit here, because of my condition also. And I think they want to punish me or something, or get me off this, and make you followers who have subscribed to my channel sick and tired of me. Everything I do in my life has backfired. Or I become mad and start abusing, cursing people. So this is what they will try to do. Okay, let's see if I can. You see, it was not you, but who threw at them. Sometimes Allah in the Quran says that Prophet Muhammad threw dust. पहन करता हुआ खाकुराता हुआ तश्न लब बेरदा लो चला काफिला Noah, Shia. After Karbala, the captives, women folk of the grandchildren, Prophet Muhammad, from granddaughters, great-great-granddaughters, great-granddaughters. Now, Shias, tell me who threw dust? Who threw dust at them? And you did not kill them. This is Surah Anam, ayat 17. What is the Noha for Imam Hussain? Can I tell you? In my childhood, Shah-e-Zaman alvida, Shah-e-Umam alvida. 3 शब रोज तक तुझको न पानी मिला, तूने तहे देख भी शुक्र का सजदा किया. Shah-e-Anam, like it's like Shah-e-Umam, and I would take it as Anam, Surya Anam Behna, that until you give your life, what you love, your children, everything for this religion. What is the ayat in this? But now we're here. On one hand, Imam Hussain, you say, took a lot, gave his everything. On the end, after Karbala, बैन करता हुआ, खाक उड़ाता हुआ, because बेरिदा. And you did not kill them. You know, they were without their parda, chadars, bibiyan, the women folk of the Prophet Muhammad's household and all this. But it was Allah who killed them. And you threw not, O Muhammad, meaning, O Muhammad. Here, he threw something at them, dust, when you threw. But it was Allah who threw. Now tell me, Shias, how are those who take Quran only, who Sunni extremists, why have we got that? Why do we have it? When the Prophet threw a handful of dust into the faces of the disbelievers, Allah caused it to fill the eyes and nose of every soldier, preventing their advance. Oh my God, so what is this in universal, like you're telling us if I also throw back, you say, if the enemy, okay, I defend my life, myself, but I'm throwing dust at them, and then you're bringing us to Karbala and aftermath of Karbala, and you're saying that they were throwing khak just to like cover themselves, like no one can see. Oh, the khak they were throwing is because, you know, their dead bodies, they're putting khak on them. They were laying bare, they were laid bare on the sand of Karbala. They were not given a proper burial. Where have you gone, Shias? Prophet Muhammad was not a peaceful man. He's throwing dust. And you're going to take this and say this is a peaceful religion? To stop them from advancing towards him and his army. So you'll say that this is right because it's out of self-defense. Discourage them from fighting, coming forward. If any do turn his back to them on such a day, unless it be in a stratagem of war, or to retreat to a troop of his own, he draws on himself the wrath of Allah. You're not even supposed to call for peace when you have the upper hand, and you will be given the upper hand if you don't call for peace in the battlefield. He draws on himself. What is this? O you who believe, when you meet the unbelievers in hostile array, never turn your backs to them. And whoever turns his back to them on such a day, unless swerving for war or joining another company, has certainly, what does this mean? Tactical reasons or turning to join another company, he shall incur the wrath of Allah. The same company meaning in the battlefield. Oh, and you did not kill them, but it was Allah who killed them. And you threw not, but you threw, when you threw, but it was Allah who threw, that he might test the believers with a good test. This is a really good test for you. That is so. And also that Allah will weaken the plot of the disbelievers. Now you would say that, no, this means the disbelievers who are coming to attack them. That's why. If you disbelievers seek the decision, but at least don't tell us about the, okay, dust, throwing of dust in Karbala, because they had to, the bodies were just kept, so I have to move, on the bare, laid bare on the sands of Karbala, has come to you, and if you desist from hostilities, it is best for you. But if you, see, you're going to give me this ayat, which you will say the extremists have forgotten this. Allah has covered everything. If you disbelievers seek the decision, i.e. victory, the decision has come to you. The defeat has come to you. And if you desist from hostilities, it is best for you. So it is said here. But if you return, we will return, and never will you be availed by your large company at all, even if it should increase. And that is because Allah is with the believers. Right? Shias would say this. Some Sunnis would say this. O you who have believed, obey Allah and His Messenger, and do not turn from Him while you hear His order. And do not be like those who say, we have heard, while they do not hear. Indeed, the worst of living creatures in the sight of Allah are the deaf and dumb who do not use reason, intellect. Okay, you have one here. Shias, non-extremists, peaceful Muslims on this ayat. If they do not stop, then yes, war against them. To defend your lives, defend yourselves, defend Islam, defend your belief, everything. Okay, that's good. Indeed, the worst of living creatures in the sight of Allah are the deaf and dumb who do not use reason. Now, I will find another verse. Don't worry. Here you have one. Here Shias have one. Extremists, drop your weapons. To that tyrant Hazrat Musa, you say that verse is obliterated, abrogated. God said, go speak kind words to him, lest he may heed. Indeed, the worst of living creatures in the sight of Allah are the deaf and dumb who do not use reason. Okay, now intellect. You see this? Aqilunu. Aqil. Yaqilunu means use their intellect. And how He has punctured your intellects. Had Allah known any good in them, He would have made them here. And if He had made them here, they would have turned away, while they were refusing to turn away, refusing faith. O you have believed, respond to Allah and to the Messenger when He calls you to that which gives you life. And know that Allah intervenes between a man and his heart, and that to Him you will be gathered. And Allah intervenes between a man and his heart, and that person who brings Allah to witness to his heart. Even Allah cannot stop him from doing mischief and bad things. And fear a trial which will not strike those who have wronged among you exclusively, and know that Allah is severe in penalty. Disasters, natural disasters. And when you were few and oppressed in the land, fearing that people might abduct you, but He sheltered you, supported you with His victory, and provided you with good things that you might be grateful. Oh, so that abducted Zaid, Prophet Muhammad made he made him, no, he was a slave boy who was freed, let's say freed, just like that. Oh, you have believed, do not betray Allah and the messenger, or betray your trust while you know the consequences. You do not betray Allah, right? And know that your properties and your children are but a trial, and that Allah has with Him a great reward. Very good. Oh, you have believed, if you fear Allah, He will grant you a criterion. It is Ramadan. We are reading the verses of the Quran. And will remove from you your misdeeds and forgive you. And Allah is the possessor of great bounty. And remember, Muhammad, when those who disbelieve plotted against you to restrain you or kill you or evict you from Makkah, but they plan and Allah plans. And Allah is the best of planners. So they did it. And when our verses are recited to them, they say, we have heard. If we willed, we could say something like this. This is not but legends of the former peoples. And remember when they said, oh Allah, if this should be the truth from you, then rain down upon us stones from the sky, bring us a painful punishment. And Allah would not punish them while you, O Muhammad, are among them. And Allah would not punish them while they seek forgiveness. So seek forgiveness. But why should Allah not punish them while they obstruct people from Al-Masjid Al-Haram, and they were not fit to be its guardians? When did they obstruct the people from Masjid who is the one who's obstructing the people from the Masjid Al-Haram now? Tell me. No Nijis Hindu can go there. No Nijis Mushrik can go there. No Jew can go there. No Christian can go there. Even you'll say, okay, for them, everyone has their temples. They don't allow any other religious person to enter their temples. But now who? Oh my God, but to put the blame on the obstruct this, excuse me, and they were not its guardians. Its true guardians are not but the righteous, but most of them do not know. Now who's Shias? Now who's the guardian of the Kaaba? The Saudi king. Saudi king. And the prayer at the house was not except whistling and hand clapping. So taste the punishment for what you disbelieved. Whistling. Indeed, those who disbelieve spend their wealth to avert people from the way of Allah. So they will spend it. And you spend your wealth to bring people to the way of Allah. Then it will be for them a source of regret. Okay, wait a minute. Now I had it. They will be overcome, and those who disbelieved, come here, please kill me, do something. It is so that Allah may distinguish the wicked from the good and place the wicked, some of them upon others, and heap them all together and put them into hell. Okay, Allah is doing that. Please don't do this. Heap them, bring the wicked together. I'm also one of the wicked, right? Don't you think so? Who is a Muslim who doesn't think I'm from the wicked? Zalim. No, this is Khabita. Khabit Lahu. What is this? This is not Zalim. This is the wicked. God knows what this verse is about. What this
الخبيث
Khabita. Huh? Khabita. Khabis. Oh, you mean to say that this is a bad word? You mean to say khabis? Wicked. Wait a minute. Khabis. Meaning, it is a bad word. Khabis. Unclean spirit, evil or malignant. Okay. Term of abuse. Wretch. Miser. I mean, it's like a bad word. A malignant spirit. You say someone is malicious or this, but saying khabis. Khabis is a bad word. It's like abuse. It is abusive. Oh my God, morally base or impure, depraved by sin. It's not zalim. You know, Allah has abused the wicked. How are you going to punish Allah for abusing the wicked? Can you blame me for abusing now? Are you going to read this Quran in Ramadan? Peaceful, no abuse. You know, you will get fined if you abuse in the UAE. This is so funny. Khabis. Oh my goodness. Depraved by sin, hateful in the sight of God, and wicked, bad, morally base or impure. Nijis, vile. And this is like, okay, khabis is not, it's a vulgar word to use. It's abuse. It's not like a decent way of saying that this person is zalim. If zalim was used, khabis, it is like a bad word. It's like abuse. It is abuse, right? Oh my God. I really feel sorry. Iblis was the father of Iblis. Khabis's father was the king of the jinn, and his name was Hanmus. Hummus. Hanmus. Reminds me of hummus. Khabis. Khabis. I think the father of, don't let me abuse, father was this one. Hello, Salahuddin is here. Greetings, salam, sister. Good morning to you. Do you feel the presence of Ramadan where you are? Yes, dreadfully, horrifyingly. Wa alaikum assalam, wa alaikum assalam, wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Salahuddin. Brother, a very good morning to you. Now look what your God has done. He's used khabis. You know, it is an abuse in Arabic. Khabis was father of king of jinn. Now that poor Iblis had a father who was khabis. His name was khabis. This is what God uses. How are you doing? Do you... okay, I will not ask any personal questions. I would avoid. Hope Ramadan, everything is good. Blessings to you and your family members. Why is my accent changing? I'm not... yes, so this Salahuddin, I got this verse that don't be blind, deaf and dumb. Use reason. Is it the life has become a night life around you? Well, it is, my night I slept. So, yeah, it's like nightlife. But you see, someone just woke me up early. I don't know, this Ramadan, maybe they want me to have iftar. No, sahur, right? But I'm not able to fast because of Ramadan, yeah. Yes, it's like Paris, nightlife, right? Now, Salahuddin, brother, did you see my video? Or are you busy with the Ramadan, buying things and going nice for iftar? No, and let me not get very bad with you, like a presumptuous, free. It's okay. Sorry about that. Salahuddin, let's stick to this. Did you see the Muslims live the night and sleep by day in Ramadan? No, they have to get up to say prayers like Fajr, and they go to work now. No, yeah. But I don't know how Muslims, this 1 month, they stay awake in the night and have little sleep, which is really terrible for me. I loved sleep. And no, they don't sleep in the day because they have work, they have children to take care of, house to take care of, the women folk. So what we can say is that they get little sleep in Ramadan. Because we had to get up for school, college during Ramadan. My principal, Sunni, she was there at 8 o'clock. You know, they would have their sahur, sahri, in Urdu it is called, at around, they told me, 12 o'clock in the night, go to sleep, perhaps after that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. By 8:30, 20, 8 o'clock, she would be in college. Teachers would come after that. So you see, am I not, I'm very fair. Look, they don't sleep in the daytime. It's like a usual in the afternoon. My father, mother also sleep afternoon nap when life was, he was a businessman and he would come for lunch. He had his own business, family business. So not employed in a company long time ago. We know in Ramadan the devils are chained up, so I would assume you will have a happy month. No, never had a... Please, Salahuddin, where are you coming from? Happy month with no negative energy anymore. Today I had negative energy. Waking up I had negative energy. And do you realize, Salahuddin, excuse me, where are you? It's been several years. Not every year there's negative energy on me. During Ramadan, attacks and all were rampant and very deep. When I was living in Karachi, even when I came to Dubai, I had to do the Hindu mantra. That helped for a while. Still on my body and things like that. Don't press. I'm being molested. Someone inside of me saying all this. Still, there is someone. And today even I was like, what is this devil in me? What a life, really. Why do I have to, how did I allow this devil to come inside of me? Because you see, we have Du'a Kumail. Oh Allah, forgive us the sins which tear apart safeguards. Surah Rahman, no jinn or man have touched. But most surely in Ramadan you will feel better. Inshallah. No. I didn't feel better. My mother was alive. My mother's prayers didn't work. Nor any month in every year, nor the month of Ramadan ever helped. Right? So I had to leave fasting and all this. I was not well. I was being attacked. No, in Ramadan the devils are not chained up. They are unchained. Salahuddin, I'm really sorry. I don't think you are much aware of my case here. It's been since year 2000 it increased attack during Ramadan, Muharram, um, putting Quran on me, having to sleep with the Quran on me, small Quran, still attacks. Brother Salahuddin. So no, I felt I was extremely. Can you? Because when I was a Shia, even this is authentic hadith. This is my challenge here. So you are from my enemy, I assume now, that you don't know my case, and okay, it's an authentic hadith for you. Okay, what else, Salahuddin? What else do you want to ask now, brother? Salahuddin, it's an authentic hadith. I'm going to ignore you now. Because, I think because no one else comes here, I'm stuck with someone like you who's very stubborn. Very stubborn. Who would not heed reason. Because they blasphemed. And clapping should taste the punishment of what you disbelieved. So Salahuddin, what you want to stick to your hadiths, authentic ones, right? You know what triggers me when I see this. It's amazing how you come here again and again and impose your authentic hadiths on me regarding in the month of Ramadan you don't leave me alone. So I'm just wondering, when I have these zalims coming to me, molesters don't stop. I know that you are very stubborn and you will not stop. Where is that I came across? That you must use your reason. So you want to depart from, look, if you want to keep your religion, and I don't know what kind of no, I know what, you are very, extremely stubborn. You want to stick to your religion. Now, I was wondering why a Muslim who sees contradictions in the Quran ayats, yet departs from it, because you are emotionally secure in your religion. Okay, what is the chain of narration of that hadith? Most of the Sahabas betrayed Prophet Muhammad. If you're going to say this hadith is from Ali, as a Shia, I would look at it and think that it is authentic, but I don't agree to the Shias either. Now, which authentic hadith? Where does it come from? Does it come from the wives of the Prophet, or those wives who gave him trouble, annoyed him? You see, it's how you take what is authentic. Which hadith is authentic for you? Just because it is written Sahih in Sahih Bukhari and it's recorded in Sahihs, Sitta, 7 Sahihs or 6 Sahihs. Oh God, 7 Sitta Sahihs. What did Prophet Muhammad If you go to Christian Prince, he will really give you an answer for this. Good answer. Bukhari hadiths are mostly authentic than Muslim. So, Bukhari was, you know who Bukhari was? Bukhar, from Bukhar, Iran. Right? Bukhar. He was not even an Arab. Bukhari. You know who Bukhari was, Maul? Yes? Good. And what did Prophet Muhammad say? Didn't he say that don't write any hadith? Huh? Hadith. Do not write down anything from me. And he who wrote down, Abu Sa'id al-Khudri, reported that the Messenger of Allah said, is this a Sahih hadith? Huh? You see this? Sorry, excuse me, in the morning I have this allergy problem. Abu Sa'id al-Khudri reported that the Messenger of Allah said, do not write down anything from me, and he who wrote down anything from me except the Quran, he should erase it, but narrate from me, for there is nothing wrong in doing so. Whoever attributes any falsehood to me. Hammam said, I think he also said deliberately, let him occupy his seat in hellfire. The explanation of this hadith, Sahih, authentic from Muslim. This is a Sahih hadith from Muslim. Can't see the number of it. Where shall I put this? Okay, explanation. This is one Sahih from Muslim. The Prophet forbade, haram, his companions, prohibited, forbade, haram, his companions to write anything from him, and ordered anyone who wrote anything other than the Quran to erase it. Then he allowed them to narrate from him without incurring sin in doing so. However, they have to be truthful. First he does this, then he allows to narrate from him, but I think it means not to write down anything. Anyways, let's see. They have to be truthful in what they transmit from him. He also warned that whoever tells a lie intentionally about him, his punishment is hellfire. The prohibition to write. So you see, Prophet Muhammad actually praised the Iranians in authentic hadith. Okay, he praised the Iranian, but this authentic hadith, look at this, Salahuddin, brother. Then he allowed them to narrate from him. Narrate. The prohibitions to write hadith was later abrogated. What a joke is this? For the Prophet forbade it at an earlier time? Okay. But later on, when the hadiths became numerous and some of them might not be kept to memory, the Prophet allowed writing them down. In this respect, he said in his sermon, write for Abu Shah, when Abu Shah asked for a written record. The Prophet also allowed Abdullah ibn Amr to write. He also commanded his ummah to convey knowledge. First he says, don't, you will be thrown in hell. What is the punishment? Thrown in hell. He got them all scared. Now, later on, he says, write. The prohibition in the hadith in hand is said to refer to the writing of hadith along with the Quran in the same scroll. Oh, or that it is specific to the time when the Quran was being revealed, so that it would not be confused with something else. Then the writing was later allowed. Okay, the first probability, i.e. abrogation, is more preponderant. Another hadith is here. Abu Huraira reported that the Messenger of Allah said, "There will be in the latter time of my Ummah people who will narrate to you what neither you nor your fathers have heard. Beware of them." The Messenger of Allah informs in the hadith. Acha, see? Beware of them. And you're saying this is a Sahih. Prophet Muhammad actually praised the Iranians in authentic hadith. Where is it? Allah informs in the hadith about what will happen in the latter time of his ummah after his death, and that there will emerge people who will fabricate lies and narrate false hadiths, not reported by anyone before them. So the Prophet commands us to distance ourselves from them and not to sit with them or listen to their fabricated hadiths. Moreover, we should not accept or share any hadith before verifying its authenticity. Right? Let's see. The Prophet praised Iranians in authentic hadith. He praised Salman al-Farsi. Oh yes, Salman was Persian. The central hadith of Persian men is understood to concern three concepts: faith, deen, and ilm. Narrated Sahih Bukhari Sahih. Muhammad al-Bukhari provided the hadith. He sent him, Muhammad, also to other Muslim. Was recited by the Prophet. I said, "Who are they, O Allah's Apostle?" The Prophet did not reply till I repeated my question thrice. At that time, Salman al-Farsi was with us. So Allah's Apostle put his hand on Salman, saying, "Even if faith were at the place of Athuraya, Pleiades, and the highest star, then some man or men from these people would attain it." Salman al-Farsi was a companion of Prophet Muhammad. Abu Hurairah reported Allah's Messenger. This is about Salman. Okay, please. Person from Persia. Okay. Okay. Please give me context. Allah's Messenger, but Allah's Apostle. Salman the Persian, not Bukhari. And Salman rejects Bukhari. Salman was from a lover of Ahl Bayt. Salman was not with the companions of Prophet Muhammad. Salman was not with Abu Bakr, not with Omar, not with Uthman, but with Ali. You see? So stop saying these things without giving proper context about what the hadith is, who Prophet Muhammad actually praised. Salman Farsi, his companion. Just one person, right? That hadith is there about Salman Farsi. Now, see the second link. No, I don't have to see the second link on that. Salman Rushdie attack Iranians react with mixture of praise and concern. Praise. The book of prayers, Kitab al-Salat. Look, okay, but Salman al-Farsi was there. When did Bukhari come? Did Prophet Muhammad say that later on, after 200 300 years, 400 years, Bukhari will be, these Iranians are really good. I tell you about Bukhari, how he, Muhammad, who's he? Hadith of Persian men. Please now, Salahuddin, I really don't have time for this. I haven't done proper research on hadiths, but I can tell you at the top of my head, just reading one hadith or two, that Salman al-Farsi was a companion of Prophet Muhammad and he was from the Ahlul Bayt, Shia of Ali. What about that? It is about the Persian, not Salman specifically. Okay, one is about the Persians. Can you give me the hadith number? Okay. Is this really important for you? Bukhari came after how many years? Bukhari came after how many years? So he praised the Iranians for the hadiths. That's why you take Bukhari. Huh? How much has Prophet Muhammad praised Ali? But you don't take him. You don't even take him as the first Khalifa. How much has Prophet Muhammad praised Ali? More than Abu Bakr, Umar bin Khattab. If you see Bukhari has left out many of Ahlul Bayt's hadiths, not given in detail. How can we praise Bukhari? How can Prophet Muhammad praise Bukhari? When he has praised Ali so much in Najl Balagha, you can't just go to the ones your parents have been following. Bukhari took had this from those before him. Tell me, this ayat of Mubahila, has Bukhari recorded in detail Mubahila ayat in the Quran? Bukhari has left out many details, many detailed hadiths. Mubahila verse 61 of chapter 3, Al Imran. Okay, where is Mubahila in Bukhari? What the Shias have, but I'll tell you what wrong you have been doing. I will show you, not tell you. Where's the Mubahila? A lot of things are missing in Bukhari. Why doesn't Bukhari have the hadith where it says Ali is the Mawla? Ali is after me the Imam Mawla. The status of the hadith. If I am someone's Mawla, then Ali is his Mawla too, and its meaning. How sound is the hadith? Now, where are we? We are on Islam. You see this? I don't want to do IslamQA.info. What does it mean? Okay, Bukhari has. The hadith was narrated by Al-Tirmidhi, Ibn Majah. There is some difference of opinion as to its authenticity. Al-Zaylai said in Tariq Al-Hidayah how many ahadith there are which have many narrators and many isnads, but they are dhaif, such as the hadith, if I am someone's mawla, then Ali is his mawla too. So how do I find out who is Bukhari? How do I go on the hadith of Prophet Muhammad that you are stating here, specifically saying, that you are saying that Bukhari had this from those before him and those before him to the Prophet. Okay, and Bukhari doesn't have any the hadiths, right? Those before, okay, the chain of narration is those before him. Um, and you don't see the chain of imamat. You go towards the Sahabas and God knows who's Sahaba and which Sahaba, because there were some Sahabas who were hypocrites. Surah Nur ayat. They spread scandal against Aisha. Your own Ummul Mu'mineen, their own Ummul Mu'mineen. Now, the thing is that why do you reject the chain of narrations when it comes from, when it has a continuity also? This has a continuing chain of narrations from Imams, Shia Imams. Ali? No. How shall I put it? Oh, let me see. Why don't, let me put it this way. Why don't Shias take Sahih? Bukhari. Why aren't Sahih Muslim and Sahih al-Bukhari not reliable sources for the Shias? What are the Shia conditions for proper hadith verification? Here we go. The companions and miscellaneous issues. Question 21. Are Shias hostile to all the companions? The Sahaba. Definition of companions. Now you see, you want me to go here? Allama ibn Hajar Asqalani, the Sunni scholar, writes in his famous book Al-Isaba, everyone who has narrated a hadith or a word from the Prophet or seen him while believing in him is counted among the Sahaba. Also, the Sahaba is anyone who has met the Prophet while believing in him and died as a Muslim, whether his meeting with him be him being long or short, narrating from him or not, or who has seen him without sitting with him, narrating with him or not, or has not seen him due to an excuse. This is a very, very wide definition, and companions defined in this broad and loose way could number more than 100,000 people. In fact, some Sunni Muslim scholars even include their children as Sahaba as well. How can all these companions be accepted as being beyond scrutiny? Sorry, how can anyone accept that all companions were rightly guided and made no mistakes? The word itself, Sahaba or companion, has become a label of distinction, of nobility and honor. But there is nothing holy or pure about the title companion. It has been elevated beyond its meaning. Look what you have done. Sorry, excuse me. Evidence from the Holy Quran. For example, the word is mentioned in the Holy Quran in the following verses. Surah Zukhruf. And whoever turns himself away from the remembrance of the beneficent Allah, we appoint for him a qareen, a devil or a shaitan. So he becomes his associate, his comrade, his intimate companion. According to Islam's holy book, your own personal shaitan is called a companion. Then there is the story of Prophet Yusuf, contained in the Surah Yusuf, where the latter, while in prison, questioned the disbelief and idolatry of two fellow prisoners. O my two companions of the prison, I ask you, are many lords differing among themselves better, or is the one Allah supreme and better? Surah Yusuf, ayat 39. The Holy Quran mentions the following three types of companions. The good, Muhammad is the messenger of Allah, and those who are with him are strong against the unbelievers, but compassionate amongst each other. Thou wilt see them bow and prostrate themselves in prayer, seeking grace from Allah and His good pleasure. On their faces are their marks, the traces of their prostration. Surah Fath, Ayah 29. These are the companions that Shias have no problem with and no objection to. Indeed, these are companions that Muslims today, Sunni and Shia, should adore and try and emulate. Men like Abu Dhar al-Ghafari, Amr ibn Yasir and Salman Farsi. Allama ibn Hajar Makki, the Sunni scholar, narrates that the Prophet said, Verily Allah has commanded me to love four persons and has told me that He loves them. When the people asked who these four persons were, he said, Ali ibn Abu Talib, Abu Dhar, Miqdad, and Salman. Excuse me. Sunan Tirmidhi. The blue sky has not sheltered, nor has the earth borne a man more honest than Abu Dhar. He lives upon earth with the same austerity and simplicity since the days of Isa ibn Maryam. Such Sahaba are respected and admired by all Shias, who have no objection in following them, quoting them and emulating their behavior. Emphasis, quoting them. Not so good. Sahabas meaning. O you who believe, what is the matter with you, that when you are asked to go forth in the cause of Allah, you cling heavily to the earth? Do you prefer the life of this world to the hereafter? Surah 9, Barat, Tawbah, Ayat 38. O you who believe, do not raise your voices above the voice of Prophet, lest your deeds become null while you do not perceive. Surah Hujurat, Ayat 2. The companions referred to here are those who were Muslims but did not always follow the rules or did not always follow the Prophet. History is full of such examples. When the Treaty of Hudaybiyah was signed, the second Caliph Umar and others were reluctant to agree to the treaty and questioned the Prophet's judgment. From Sahih Bukhari, Umar ibn Khattab said, I went to the Prophet and said, aren't you truly the Messenger of Allah? The Prophet said, yes, indeed. I said, isn't our cause just and the cause of the enemy unjust? He said, yes. I said, then why should we be humble in our religion? He said, I am Allah's messenger and I do not disobey Him, and He will make me victorious. Sahih al-Bukhari, Volume 3, Book 50, number 891. During the Battle of Uhud, a number of leading companions fled the battlefield, leaving the Prophet on his own. Their names appear in the history books, both Muslim and non-Muslim, and include the first and second caliphs of Ahl al-Sunnah. Now, whose hadith are you going to give me that I should believe in? I can't believe in Abu Bakr's hadiths. They are reading this from the Shias. Can't believe in Umar bin Khattab's hadiths. As has been discussed on the previous pages, before he died, the Holy Prophet asked for a pen and paper to write a will. The companions did not oblige to this request and raised their voices of his, upsetting and angering him. He asked them to leave his room. Another set of companions of Prophet Muhammad, the hypocrites. There is a whole chapter in the Holy Quran addressed to such companions. Surah Al-Munafiqun, the hypocrites. When the hypocrites come to you, O Prophet, they say, we bear witness that you are the messenger of Allah. Allah knows that you are his messenger, and Allah bears witness that the hypocrites are liars. They have made their oaths as a shield and turn a people away from Allah. Evil indeed is what they do. Surah Al-Munafiqun, ayats 1 and 2. Read and ponder over the verse in this chapter. Who is Allah referring to? Some ask, why did the Prophet not identify these evil hypocrites? The Holy Prophet replies, and of the people of Medina are those who are bent on hypocrisy. You know them not, but we know them. Twice will we punish them, and then they will be cast into severe punishment. Surah Barat, ayat 101. 21.3. References from books of Ahl Sunnah. In your own books. It isn't just the Holy Quran, but the ahadith which refer to the hypocrites around the Prophet, whom the Prophet was unaware of. Some men from my companions will come to me by the fountain, and they will be driven away from it. And I will say, O Lord, my companions. It will be said, you have no knowledge of what they innovated after you left. They turned apostate as renegades, reverted from Islam. Sahih Bukhari, Volume 8, Book 76. Tradition 586. Sahih Bukhari narrates several versions of this particular hadith. Volume 8, Book 76, 578, 585, 586, 587, and 592. Translated by Muhammad Mahsan Khan and available in full in English online. Question 22. Why don't Shias follow all the companions? What about the hadith of the stars? The famous Sunni tradition says, verily my companions are like the stars, nujum, in the sky. Whichever of them you follow, you shall be guided rightly. The authenticity of this hadith is questioned by many Sunni scholars, including Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal, the founder of one of the four main Sunni schools of fiqh and law. But let us not dwell on this. Indeed, let us use our common sense. After all, history tells us that the various companions fought each other in various battles. You see what Islam has done? Various companions fought each other in various battles. After the death of the Prophet, including the battles of Siffin and Jamal. So if some Muslims say we have to unite around the companions, the response is, which companions? How do we unite around Imam Ali and Muawiyah ibn Sufyan, and the latter went to war against the former at Siffin? How do we follow both Abu Dhar and Uthman ibn Affan, the third caliphate of the Ahl Sunnah, when the latter had the former beaten and exiled from Medina? Look at what the companions have been doing against each other. Abu Dhar and Uthman ibn Affan, the third caliph of the Ahl Sunnah, what he did to Abu Dhar. beating him, beating him. Your Ahl Sunnah's third caliph, exiled. Who was Abu Dhar? Was Abu Dhar not a Sahaba of Prophet Muhammad? When they are fighting amongst each other, beating each other, exiling each other. But here, Uthman bin Affan beat Abu Dhar and exiled from Medina after Abu Dhar accused Bani Umayyah of corruption and excess, even though they were companions of Prophet Muhammad. They're accusing each other, beating each other, exiling each other, fighting with each other, war between Ali and, very true, Aisha, Battle of Jamal, Siffin, Ali and Muawiyah. Muawiyah was also a companion of Prophet Muhammad. Muslims today should unite around the Holy Quran and the Ahlul Bayt, not around the various companions, good, not so good, and hypocritical, who could not even unite themselves. Question 23. Why do the Shias criticize Aisha, wife of the Prophet? There's no denying the fact that Shias are hostile towards Aisha bint Abu Bakr, the wife of the Prophet, who is often described as Ummul Mu'mineen, mother of the believers. Aisha must be respected. However, most educated Shias do not believe in abusing the name or reputation of Aisha, not just because she is someone of great importance to our Sunni Muslim brethren, but because she was, whether we like it or not, a wife of the Holy Prophet. Even in the Battle of Jamal, when she went to war with Imam Ali, the latter treated her with respect. He sent her half-brother Muhammad ibn Abu Bakr to catch her when she fell from her camel after Malik Ashtar had cut off its hind legs. Oh my goodness. So Malik Ashtar cuts up the hind legs of the camel. Aisha tries to fall. Ali tries to help. It's like, sending a hero. Hero sent a villain. Oh my goodness, even the Shias really, I must say. This is terrible. Ali's name come. Oh yes, it's come. Look what Malik Ashtar, a very close companion of Imam Ali, he cuts off the camel's hind legs. The back legs of the camel, I think, or the front. Hind legs, back, I think. This is how my English has become. Imam Ali did not humiliate. This is Imam Ali's companion. He cuts off. That's where Aisha falls. Imam Ali rescues her. Come on. It's like, someone wants a lady to love him. He sends a mob against her. And then he goes like a hero. Right? This is Imam Ali. A cousin and son-in-law. Cousin and son-in-law of Prophet Muhammad. This is, and his Sahaba, Malik Ashtar, cuts off Allah, the camel, who is not in this thing, war. Allah bichara. I think Salahuddin, is this enough or do you want more? Are you here or have you left? So both Shia and Sunni, really. What kind of people are you? What junk you believe in? I mean, if you believe in Imam Ali, Malik Ashtar had cut off its hind legs. Imam Ali did not humiliate, and caught her. So who are we to curse and humiliate her? Battle of Jamal. Allah, you don't cut off. Malik Ashtar. Okay, this is enough. For now, I think I need a break. Salahuddin, sorry, you may be fasting. I apologize. But thank you for being here. And you are quite a stubborn challenge for me. But I will answer each and every, whether late or on time. So forgive me if I answer late. But nevertheless, I will come with an answer to everything you say for Islam. Right? Look at this. Shame on you, Shias. Shame on your Imam Ali. Sorry. Not shame on you, Shias, but shame on your Imam Ali and Malik Ashtar. And the Sunnis can't say anything because, their fourth caliph is Imam Ali. But this cutting off the hind legs of the camel of Aisha. My goodness, what kind of people are you to believe in this? You know what this is? Oh, it is sick. So don't let me get into it too much. I need a break. Both Shias and Sunnis. I mean, please try to see this, Shias. Who you believe in? Liar. Who got Malik Ashtar, it seems, to cut off the legs. Allah cutting off the legs of the camel. Malik Ashtar. Oh, Malik Ashtar. Letter. Najil Bala. So, no. What Allama Rashid Turabi even said in his majlis. Malik Ashtar. Letter of Imam Ali to Malik Ashtar. Cutting off the camel's hind legs. Making Aisha fall and Imam Ali catching her. Or helping her. Oh, it is such a, Mother Teresa said, it is such a kingly. Please, you're going to get my. So, see, this is what you do to people. You have punctured the people's intellect, dulled their minds out of fear and believe in this religion, indoctrination. So, what? You cannot see the truth, you cannot distinguish. Although Surah Furqan means to distinguish. You can't distinguish right from wrong. And you are told to use your akal, reason. In the Quran ayats also, many ayats. What a tragedy, a great tragedy you have done. I feel so angry. Oh, please stop this. Thank you. I will continue later before I get more angry and say something I will regret.